I'm going to walk you through one lesson so you have an idea of how the process works. We are laying out the welcome mat for students who are learning English as an additional language and those who would benefit from extra support in mastering academic English. We want to develop confident and capable communicators. We know if a student is confident in their speaking that they will ask more questions, they will join in discussions, and they will let teachers know where they are. Whether you are working with first graders on fractions and how to incorporate action verbs in their writing, or you're working with 7th or 8th graders on the power of the prepositional phrase, the lesson process is the same. Every lesson contains a spreadsheet of literary terms and grammar conventions. You would work from that to choose your lesson. It contains a slide deck that you can either use in the classroom or for virtual instruction, a family share sheet that goes home to families because we know when families are involved, kids learn better, and also a lesson plan. So let's look at this spreadsheet of literary terms. This is for primary level 2, and you can see we have taken the poems and identified 2 literary lessons that can be taught through that poem, and also given you a content connection. So we don't expect anybody to go in alphabetical order on this, but let's say you're doing a unit on recycling or habitats or energy. You could choose one of these lessons to go in that same week. We want you to adapt the lesson plan to fit your classroom needs. So check out the vocabulary discussion ideas that support conversation and using the new words in context. And you can also look for bridges to other areas of study. In the intermediate and middle levels, we have used themes for a content connection. So here would be a lesson plan for the week, and you can see there are some guidelines for every day for your 15-minute workshop. Look for a second at Tuesday and the vocabulary discussion ideas. We would act out the words. Sometimes we draw pictures. We can go on the internet and find pictures that illustrate the word. What we're doing really is taking those words down off the word wall and really putting them into action. On Monday, you would introduce a poem by reading it, having the students read it, taking turns reading different lines, just having a lot of fun with rereading. Make sure the students understand what the poem is about. There are 2 slides for Monday. The second one highlights a specific letter, in this case, the letter D. So you might have this side of the room read the D words, this side of the room read the other words. You know if your students need extra phonemic support. Also embedded in this slide, drizzly day. Droopy, drippy, drizzly, dark. No sunny sky. Is a recording of the author reading the poem. So the students can practice their listening skills while listening to the intonation of the author. On Tuesday, this is vocabulary day, and Michael and I have identified what we think would be challenge words for a 2nd grader. You can see that we highlighted those in a different color, and you can refer to the lesson plan for some ideas on what to do with these words. Also on Tuesday, that's the day the family share sheet goes home. This is our only homework for the week, and that is that the student should read this poem aloud to another person, whether it's mom, dad, grandma, brother. We have one discussion idea, and also some practice words for those D sounds, clouds, drip, and one public speaking tip. On Wednesday, that's social emotional journal entry day. We give the students 2 different prompts to choose from, or we always say to kids, this is a way to get you started, not to hold you back. So if they have a different way of making a personal connection, we want them to write for about 4 or 5 minutes. On Thursday, we get down to business with the literary element or grammar convention that is being targeted in this lesson. In this case, it's adjectives. Remember the poem? Droopy, drizzly. We have written a piece of prose mentor text, sharp, short, and focused, that shows adjectives in prose. This shows kids that these elements travel across genres. After you introduce the sample text to the students, then you would co-construct a few sentences using adjectives, and then we recommend paired writing, low-risk writing, where students can discuss ideas, then write a few sentences evidencing their understanding of what an adjective is. On Friday, we record and we rehearse rereading and rereading in order to get the words just right. We can record either the poem or our journal entry or our quick write, solo or with a partner. Most of all, we have some fun.